Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell in the upper right-hand corner. Follow me on all forms of social media. Check me out at thatdrummerguy.com and enjoy the following presentation.
No problem. Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
Oh, not a problem. Well, it's great to be able to talk to you and talk about some brand new music from Legendry.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. And of course, with that, the new album from Legendry, The Wizard and the Tower Keep, has been out for just about a week now. Just in a few hours, it'll be 1 week. I mean, what's it like to have this out almost a week now?
I'm sorry. Repeat it. What's it like to what?
Oh, what's it like to have the album out for almost a week now?
It's been really great. The feedback's been really good. Actually, very positive. We've just been, getting a lot of good feedback on social networking, and it's going pretty well so far. It's been really cool.
Oh, that's awesome to hear that. And yeah, I've been loving this album from start to finish. I mean, I just love the whole vibe that's going on here, and it just feels like with every Legendry album that happens, that the band just continues to get tighter and tighter.
We put in as much practice as we can. Because of our personal lives, we wish we could practice a lot more than we do, but the practice we do get is pretty solid, and we try to tighten up best we can. Yeah, it's progressed pretty well so far. Ever since, we've had a couple of different changes, but the lineup's pretty solid right now.
No, it's great to hear that. And yeah, I mean, with the final product that's come out there, I mean, just being able to see all of the influences that are coming through, being able to pave your own way of what's going on there. And it's so great to see what's been going on here in 2019. I mean, from the production, the songwriting, everything that's going on there. I mean, it feels like it's a great time to be in Legendry right now.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. We've come a long way since the origins of the band. We found on a pretty good momentum with each other going on the last few years. The albums are progressively getting more fun to write as the story progresses. Vidar, he's got a really good imagination for the good storyline, and we're able to collaborate the music really well to accommodate that.
So, with that in mind, I mean, obviously, with being able to continue on with the concept, I mean, what was it like to write this album?
Well, the music just kind of came together gradually. I don't want to say it was a fast process, but it was a natural process. There wasn't a whole lot of disagreements or anything like that. The music just came out pretty natural, and Vidar he just did his thing. Applied the story that he's writing and applied the music to it. It just came together on its own. To be honest with you, it's what it felt like to me anyway.
It's so great to hear that too. I mean, that's the amazing thing when you're able to find the right group of musicians to be able to have that chemistry together, and just being able to have a faster output of being able to write songs that you enjoy playing.
Right, exactly. And that's the biggest thing about it when we write music. We want to write something that everybody enjoys playing. We don't want any spots in the song. You don't want to end somebody to end up feeling, oh, we should have done something different there, but I'll settle for that. We don't want to write anything where anybody has to settle for anything. We want it to be exciting for everybody in the band, because if the band's excited to play it, the crowd will be excited to hear you play it, or whether it be listening to the music, on the album or however.
Yeah, and that's just so important too. I mean, with that authenticity that's going on there. I mean, obviously with having a concept in mind, I mean, being able to continue on that lyrically, but then having the music to match up with it, and just being able to have fun with that. And yeah, for the live shows, I mean, when you're able to do that, and that you have the songs that you want to be able to play live, and the crowd's into it, and I just imagine it's got to be a great feeling to be able to add some new songs into the set list now with this album.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Playing live, it's a great. So we try to really set up a lot of songs where spots where the crowd can come into it with us. Whether a chant or something like that. The Wizard and the Tower Keep really did bring that aspect out. I think all the albums we've written so far, and to try to get the crowd more into it. I think that's going to be pretty cool once we start promoting it live.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, with all 7 tracks that are on this album, I mean, it feels like something that would be great in that live setting. I mean, no matter how fast it gets, no matter the style that it's going into, I mean, every song just feels like it could be pulled off so great in a live setting.
Yeah, we did want to aim, I won't say every song, but we did want to definitely aim a few songs towards the live setting for them to get more involved in the music. You know, it's a lot of fun when that happens. So we're looking forward to the live setting for this a lot. It's going to be a good time.
Oh, it's so great to hear that. And, you know, to match up with everything, I mean, with the concept, with the music, the album cover is just absolutely incredible. I mean, I love the way that's played out, and it feels like it matches everything so perfectly. Like, how did that come together?
Yeah, well, that's all Vidar's. You know, that's his idea. He's a really, really good artist. You know, we just let him do his thing with it. We say, hey, man, you're in control of that. You know, that's your thing. We're going to love anything you do because all of it's awesome. You know, the stuff he does. He wrote a pretty cool book that got published in Fierce Tales. It's an anthology. It's really cool. But he comes up with a lot of good stuff to match, you know, the concept he created for the album, and when we write the music together, it just comes out really awesome. But yeah, a lot of talent in that department from him, no doubt.
Oh, absolutely. And with that in mind, I mean, when it comes into what you're bringing into the band, I mean, how do you feel about like your progression in the band when it comes behind the kit?
Well, me and Evil St. Clair, you know, he and I, we played together a long time. We've been playing together for a long time. We practically learned to play together. And so he and I have had chemistry for a long time. You know, we were in our first band together. I mean, back in the days, played a lot of punk rock music, you know, in the late 90s, up in his Haddock. We, like I said, we learned how to play together. So when he joined the band, it things at first where we couldn't get a steady bass player at first. And then when we got one with him, and I was really excited when he joined, just because I already knew I had a lot of chemistry with him. And, you know, he's a really strong player. He always was. He's one of the best I've ever played with, no doubt, around here. Probably the best. But as far as, you know, he was playing with the rhythm section and like, you know, playing with another player, just he and I, you know, we can just write some strong stuff together. We were always able to do that. We just have good chemistry, read each other well together, and it just brings a lot to it. Definitely.
Oh, absolutely. And when it is like a three-piece cool like that, I mean, you really want to be able to connect with everybody in the band, but that rhythm section is just so important, especially for an album in a band like this. I mean, when you have that tight-knit sound going on, and when you got that chemistry going on too, I mean, being able to play together for so long and both being incredible talents, I mean, that is always going to make for some great music.
Yeah, big time, definitely. Yeah, it doesn't, you know, it just kind of does its thing on its own. Me and Vidar had chemistry together, you know, right off the bat with writing and stuff and just playing together, you know, and it all just came together pretty nicely. There's a lot of confidence coming into it with the playing, you know. We just know that as long as we stay focused, we're going to come up with something good, you know.
Oh, definitely. So, with that in mind, I mean, when it comes into you behind the kit, did you switch anything up at all as far as like your setup when it came to recording this album?
No, I mean, I pretty much, my drum set pretty much, it's the same setup pretty much every time, you know, even if there's a, you know, if I have to use somebody else's drum set, I always try to set it up to my liking. I've always played, the way I've had my drum set up has always been pretty standard, straight to the point, and I've tried to keep it that way. I like to keep it simple with the build. I don't like to have too many things, you know. I hate feeling like I'm dodging something while I'm playing, you know. I try to keep it spread out a little bit, but yeah, I've always played pretty much, kept my drum set up kind of the same. Really don't change much with that. Haven't in a long time, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you're able to find that setup that works perfectly for you, and you just know what you're capable of behind the kits, and you don't have to worry about so much behind the kit too, like too many drums, too many cymbals, extra percussion, whatever the case is. You can just feel like that you have that confidence behind the kit to do what you need to do.
Yeah, I've always been the kind of player, I don't like to overdo it, but I still like to add my own little style to it. You know, I try to collaborate a lot of different things into there. Even though the setup's standard, and, you know, I do what I feel the song calls for, not what I want, you know, not necessarily not what I want to do, but I want the song to sound right. And if something is less busy, but it's right for the song, that's what I'm going to do, you know.
Oh yeah, and you know that's such a great approach when it comes to that too. I mean, playing the right fills when necessary, showing off a little bit when you want to, but just being able to play for the song. I mean, that's so important in this style, to really be able to show off what the songs are about.
Yeah. I mean, I always felt like a song just kind of, it writes itself because you know what you're doing is right. You know what I mean? It all feels right. Everybody in the band feels right about it. You just know that and it stays that way, you know.
Oh, so very.
You get those signals that everybody's on the same page. They're like going, yeah, that's definitely it. You know, and it's just happen. Sometimes fast, sometimes it takes a while to get to that. But,
yeah, and that's a great thing that I again love about Legendary. I mean, from every album so far, I mean, just like that formula that's going on there of knowing what to play for the song. I mean, being able to continue on with the story, but also being able to play for the songs too, because there are a lot of bands that try to make things way too complicated and the songs become overcome with sound, but that doesn't happen with Legendary.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want it to be too, it can be technical, but I think that if a song is overly technical, in a way, I don't think it's real pleasant to the ear in a lot of ways, I guess. Music that's too technical. It can showcase a lot of talent, technicality in music, but at the same time, I like to listen to stuff where you can get some technicality out of it, but you can also get a feel from it when you listen to it, make you think of something while you're listening to it, or make you feel a certain way rather than, oh, wow, that was, those guys are good, and that's it. It's good, but you forget all about it when you're done listening to it. Whereas something that kind of hits you in a way, it doesn't matter if it's not a complex song, you can't stop hearing it in your head and want to listen to it again. We try to shoot for, I guess, a balance between the two, technicality and making you just want to keep listening to the music over and over, no matter which album it is or which song.
Yeah, and that's the perfect formula that's going on with Legendary as well. I mean, there are some great technical moments that are going on there, but the entire album isn't just about fret aerobics, like how many notes you can hit on the fretboard or how fast you can play double bass or whatever the case is. I mean, it's just about being able to write a quality song with some amazing melodies and harmonies, and depending on the band, it seems like it's kind of a lost art form to be able to really make the melodies and harmonies matter, and it's great to see that you guys are continuing on with that.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the truth. I think a lot of music, in a lot of ways, there were styles I used to like a lot that have kind of vanished off into that world of just extreme technicality that it's just I don't really enjoy listening. I can appreciate it. I'll always appreciate a good musician or a good band, you know what I mean? There's so many out there that are just phenomenal that I look up to, old and new, some bands, depending. But I definitely think that there's a lot of, you don't hear a lot of harmony anymore in a lot of the, modern heavy metal that's out there, things like that. And I really enjoy this old school style, a lot of the harmonies and a lot of the feeling you get from it. It's really fun.
Oh, very much so. And speaking of very
doesn't get old.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of fun, I mean, it was awesome to see that you guys actually made a video for Vindicator as well. I mean, it's such a really cool video to be able to watch that, seeing you guys play and the whole story behind that. I mean, how did that all come together?
Well, it came together rather quick. We heard from these. We had, I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was with the record company, I think, idea doing a video. I mean, it was our idea as well. We wanted to do a video, but we kept in contact with people that we knew to just get the job done, and it just kind of happened fast. It was like, hey, we're making a video. Like, oh, all right, awesome, And it was just a few weeks after that when the video was going to get shot, and we just went out to the festival we were at, the Ragnarok Festival, and the whole crew was there. It was just all the lights and everything and all the equipment, and it was just kind of like a quick experience, but it was definitely a different experience. We were out there for a while, and it was quite interesting, and those guys did an amazing job, with that video, filming it, putting it together. We thought they were just outstanding how what they did. And you can see who they are in the credits on the YouTube, underneath with all the names and everything. But they were great. It all came out really awesome. It came, like I said, it came together rather fast. Just some contacts. I wasn't involved in the contacts. The word was just getting passed to me through the guys, the people he talked to, and it just kind of happened. It's really cool.
Oh, totally. And yeah, again, I mean, it's just, I really love the way that turned out. I mean, especially from the fan perspective. I mean, being able to see you guys play out right in the midst of everything, and just seeing these different kinds of warriors go, just pumping themselves up and stuff. And the cinematography is just perfect for this. I mean, I love the way that it was shot, and just the lights and the colors that were used for it. I mean, it's just an amazing video.
It was. The extras that were all used, kudos to those guys. They were up for a long time, and they were awesome. They did great. They did a lot of different shoots and things like that. And, those guys, they put it together really nicely. They definitely knew what they were doing, that's for sure.
Oh, totally. So, with all this great stuff that's going on right now, I mean, between music videos, getting some great reviews that are coming in from what I've seen for the new album being out almost a week now, I mean, what's going to be going on next for Legendry?
Well, next, right now we're going to focus on, we got some live shows that we're playing. We got our album release party going on in early December. And honestly, right now, as far as that's concerned, we're probably going to move on to the next phase. There's definitely going to be another album. As of right now, with the holidays coming, we got a couple of gigs going on, and we're going to schedule some more. And then we're going to get back to work, writing the next album, the next story, And we don't really have a idea exactly where we're going with that yet, but I'm sure one's going to pop up pretty soon. So, yeah, just going with the flow.
Oh, that's so
Waiting
cool.
to see how this album does, So far, it's been really, really awesome, man.
Oh, totally. And I'm glad to see that the writing is a mindset that's going on with you guys right now, being able to continue the story and the concept that's going on there. And it's just like if you have those creative juices flowing to be able to continue writing, I mean, absolutely being able to go on top of that and just continue to keep getting tighter with the songwriting and the production and just being a band in general. I mean, if this is what you guys are doing now with this lineup, I can't wait to see what's going to be coming next.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited too. Like I said, we're not sure where it's going at this point in the story, but I'm sure, we'll have his ideas flowing pretty quick. And the music, I mean, there's risk getting thrown out here and there for ideas, but for now, we're just focused up on these couple shows we got coming up in November and December. Just trying to tighten up for those, excuse me. But, yep, definitely see where it takes us.
Oh, well, awesome. Well, I think that's a perfect note to end things, and thank you so very much for taking this time to be able to talk to me about everything going on in the world of Legendary right now, and of course, the brand new album, The Wizard and the Tower Keep, which is available now through High Roller Records. Like I said, I love this album. I love everything that's going on there, from the production, the songwriting style, the diversity that's going on there, and thank you again for just taking this time to be able to talk about all of it.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do it. It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell in the upper right-hand corner. Follow me on all forms of social media. Check me out at thatdrummerguy.com and enjoy the following presentation.